Before we get started on the specifics of our project, it is first important to get an understanding of what cryptocurrencies are. Cryptocurrencies are defined as a virtual currency that is secured by cryptography, which makes it nearly impossible to counterfeit or double spend. They have recently exploded in popularity, with Bitcoin surpassing $50,000 for the first time and plenty of others skyrocketing as well. The premise of our project is to notify the users of the most talked about cryptocurrencies so they can make a better informed decision. For the project, we used React and Bootstrap for the front end, and we used Flask and Python for the back end.
Hi, I'm Rifeng from Group2. It's my honor to give a demo of our website. First, you can look at this is our homepage of introduction of what we're doing, and this is the rank page. We have the most hited 3 kinds of cryptocurrencies here, and if you click the link, you can go to the Wikipedia introduction of what kind of cryptocurrency that is. And here is the about page of why we decided to make it and how the project works. And here is a bar graph, and it shows the hits, the accumulation hits of 3 kinds of most hited cryptocurrencies.
All right, so Alex and I both worked on the back end, and so for what I did, I learned about web application automation with Selenium, as well as other APIs and packages. And then from there, we worked on scraping multiple subreddits for crypto names and with crypto tickers using PRA, which is the Reddit API. And then finally implemented natural language processing in conjunction with the web scraping. Some challenges we ran into were web app automation, and then in the end, Selenium and Chrome driver implementation, which is why we used PRA in our final product.
For this project, I learned how to use the Reddit API, PROW. I also learned how to scrape Reddit and count the mentions of certain cryptos and their tickers at r/cryptocurrency. I also made the GET requests using Flask. I implemented the time library to run the function every hour. Some challenges that I faced included learning how to use the PRA API and how to apply it to specific subreddits. Another challenge was finding a way to run the function every hour. And finally, the last challenge included learning how to scrape the right data and making sure that it didn't appear multiple times.
The motivation behind our project design was our collective interest in big data analysis and web development. After research into cryptocurrencies, we were curious about how conversations and social media uncover trends. For the project, I worked in front-end, and my part included creating the rank cards which displayed the information after data was scraped in the back-end, integrating back-end and front-end through GET requests, and creating a graph to display the cryptocurrencies versus number of hits and posts. Some challenges I faced were learning to use React, Bootstrap, Axios, and creating the GET requests. Something I would do differently is add more design features in CSS to make the web page more user-friendly and personable.
I start as a JavaScript library that could be feasibly used in the project. Then I began to make an about page using React. In this process, I not only learned how to write JavaScript, but also knew how to format a web page using CSS. Besides, I added support for multiple pages. For the challenge, I think the most difficult part is learning how to write JS and CSS file. I needed to come up with many interesting combinations to add style to web page, but at the same time, it is very interesting to learn about.
What I did in this project is I've learned how to use React and Figma, and we've also done some mockups for React and Figma, and I've also built the home page, and I added the navigation bar component onto the left of the home page, and also added link generation for each cryptocurrency. And the challenges I've had in this project is I have to learn how to use React and reading documentation of React Bootstrap.